So that being said, we've got Wendy Simmons from Visions here to talk to us this morning. Wendy, I will let you take over.
Thank you, and thanks, guys, for joining me today. Today, I want to talk about Vision's points of distinction and what makes Vision so special. Very excited for a new collection, two new collections actually that I'm going to present today. Talk about custom case histories, talk about what's trending in the market, and then how to sell and why sell the lucrative award and recognition category, and questions to ask to make selling awards really fairly easy. So why Visions? Well, with over 45 years of experience, recognition is all Visions does. And I have to say, we do it better, quite frankly, than anyone. Visions provides true quality from product design to manufacturing to imprinting to customer service. And if you're looking for something unique and different, we should be your first resource. Unlike other companies, we design and manufacture our own products using a myriad of materials. You can see here all these materials here that we can combine. Our use of mixed materials really enables you to have one-of-a-kind works of art, many of which are handcrafted in the USA by what I consider to be artisans, really. We do launch new products quarterly. So it's not just new products, it's really unique products. And so there's always something new for you to present to your clients. And we also feature state-of-the-art technology that allows you to design your own custom award directly from the homepage of our website, which I'll review in a little bit. You have full access to our custom department for that truly unique custom award if you need it. All of our pricing is all in. Everything includes setup, personalizations, and copy changes. We offer, again, free art services, free renderings, and we have a great rapid ship program if you need something quick without a rush fee. I'm really excited to present our first quarter launch, two new collections, the first of which is called Cosmos. And we mix concrete and resin together. And concrete, as you know, is literally the foundation of our world. We walk on it, we drive on it, and we really celebrate it here. And we marry it with the lustrous color of resin for a combination that's really beautiful and unique. And both concrete and resin are materials with which our factory is quite proficient in. So here's kind of an overview of the collection. I'm showing it to you in its pure form without any decorating on it, so you can really appreciate undistracted the beauty of the collection. So this is one of the pieces. It's called Pulsar. It's a cylinder shape, which is a proven shape for us in terms of sales. We etch and color fill. That is the decorating method here. And you guys do get EQP, so it's 111 on a C. Really, really beautiful. If you look at the intricacy of how the resin meets up with the concrete. And we have two square shapes. This is one of them. The difference being, you'll notice this is translucent resin. And then we also do it with a polished resin. Well, they're all polished resin, but the one before is translucent, where this resin is not. But I love the square shape because it gives you multiple opportunities for imprint, whether it's logos or maybe your client has different brands they want to promote. Really unique, I think you'll agree. Hexagon is another shape that we offer. And again, I show this up close with the decorating on, so you can really see the beauty of the pieces here. And then the Mercury is the round shape that we offer. And you can see how you can actually etch and color fill not only on the concrete, but it does stretch across into the resin. So really quite unique. We offer two plaques, and while they might look the same, they actually are different. The Strata has the resin going down the sides, and then the Highlands has the resin stretching across the top of the plaque. These are wall-hanging plaques, but we can adapt them with an easel back to sit on a desk if need be.
Hey, Wendy.
Yes.
Are those awards with the concrete, are they kind of heavy because of the concrete, or how do those hang on the wall?
They do. They're actually not as they're not lightweight, that's for sure, but they're not as heavy as you think. And so it's not like you're hanging a big piece of rock, on the wall. We actually made this plaque actually on the inner side. We actually took some weight out of it, so that it wasn't, like a Flintstone piece made out of bedrock. The next collection is Perpetual, and it was inspired by the different depths of the ocean, and we combine glass, crystal, and again resin for a really clean contemporary look. And this is how we make it perpetual, by adding magnetically what we call add-on resin bars to the pieces. And the price automatically includes the Cayman, which is the lightest color of the bar. And these vivid blues, like I said, represent the world's most beautiful oceans and seas. And we opt to go with different color blues to sort of represent the different depths one achieves while they're with a company. So as I mentioned, you get EQP pricing, and it automatically comes with one piece that's etched and color filled, and then each additional block can be purchased at $17.50 on a C, and that includes the etch and color fill with whatever you want to state on here. And the award itself can be etched or etched in color fill. And this is another one, another design that we have. And again, it adheres magnetically to the side of the piece. And what's great about these pieces is that they look great. We really kept the recipient in mind. So the piece looks great whether goals are achieved once or sporadically throughout the year. So we took basically some of our 3 top selling crystal and or glass pieces and used them for the perpetual add-ons. In terms of custom, if sometimes you just want something that no one else has that's really unique, and Visions really shines when it comes to custom. And we have an award-winning team. Many of our custom pieces have won numerous awards throughout the year, and we can be with you every step of the way. Sometimes we've even had your clients' designers have a conversation with our designers. They don't talk about price or anything, because sometimes designer to designer, really helps. And we do probably, I'd say 90% of all the NASCAR trophies. And with these trophies, we usually not only have to represent the spirit of the sponsor, but also the event location as well. So we do quite a few. In fact, we did one for the Kentucky Motor Speedway, and they were so impressed with the award, they actually came into our facility and did a whole video on how the awards are made from start to finish. I think you can actually Google it, Kentucky Motor Speedway Awards, and it shows how their awards were made. We did this for Denny's. This was a franchise whereby they want to recognize their vendor partners. And so we did multiple layers of acrylic and steel on a marble base. And then we actually just did this one recently. The distributor came to us and said, I need something that shows brake pads. I'm like, what? Yeah, brake pads. These are actually brake pads. And it was used as a deal toy in recognition of Torque Capital Group's sale of brake part inks. So really, really cool piece. But you can, and this is on a marble base as well, but you can really see the intricacy that we were able to achieve with the brake pad. In terms of what's trending, the award recognition category is really trending up. And we find that the growth is coming mostly from distributors who don't typically sell recognition. And what they're telling us is that while their clients right now might not have a budget for marketing and some traditional swag, they do have a budget to recognize employees, particularly those that are still working from home, to recognize them for what they consider to be successful work from home attributes, such as their productivity, their accountability, how well they collaborate and communicate with the main office. And those that are coming back to the office, recognizing them for their efforts while they were out. they're working from home, the kids are screaming, the dog's barking, and yet they're still tasked with moving the business forward. So recognizing them for those efforts. And then when they come back to the office and perhaps their coworkers have been laid off and now they've got double the workload, recognizing them for taking on those extra efforts. And then also we see a huge uptick in recognizing essential workers in the healthcare, education, and transportation category. And with transportation, is those that are actually driving and delivering, whether it's, Grubhub or anything else like that, anyone that's driving. And then recognizing retirees, because there's been a big uptick in people having to take forced retirement. And we've been seeing a lot of demand for recognition for those people. And then finally, in the real estate, specifically residential real estate and construction industries, we see a big boom in recognition needs for these industries as well. And the other trend we're noticing is the need for sustainable products. So it used to be, eco-friendly was the buzzword, but more and more packaged goods, it's not just a trend in fashion packaged goods, but more and more companies have eco initiatives and they want their marketing efforts to align with those corporate values. So we launched Cork, which the entire collection is made completely out of sustainable materials. We use cork, steel, mahogany, and coffee. And here's kind of an overview again of the collection. And this piece, Edge, we do it both vertically and horizontally. It's made out of solid steel, solid cork. And the great thing about this piece is that, as well as the other pieces in the collection, is that it can become perpetual simply by adding a pin. So for example, if your clients have a years of service, rather than replacing the award every year, they can just add a years of service pin every year to the piece, or whatever the accolade might be. And this piece is actually made in the USA, which is another trend, a big trend that I'll go over in a bit. We have a wall plaque that's made of solid mahogany. It has a solid cork inlay, and it has a coffee stained finish. So this is how we bring coffee into it. We actually make the coffee, and then what's not consumed, we let it sit for a couple of days until it gets to the color that we want, and then we stain the piece. And then again, if you want to make it perpetual, you simply add the pin into the cork part of the award. And then we have this freestanding piece that is solid cork flanked by coffee stained mahogany. And the great thing about this piece is the price includes a full color imprint on the front, the top, and the back. And then again, if you want to make it perpetual, you can simply add a pin. So for example, if Jessica's Employee of the Month, maybe she got a pin for April, and then one for September, and then one for December. So that's how that becomes perpetual. And then finally, we have the cork ball that is made of solid cork with either a steel or coffee stained mahogany inlay, both of which can take a full color imprint. And the fun thing about this piece is no matter how it rolls, the logo always ends up on top because it's weighted. So it can be used as a desk accessory or an award. You could stick pins into it, but then it wouldn't really roll as it's designed to do. And as I mentioned, the other trend we're noticing right now is a big demand in USA-made products. And Visions has quite a few. You can go to the homepage of our website and go to USA Made, and you'll see everything we have to offer. But as a reminder, we do have our Health Guard shields that are made in the USA. And these were obviously very popular in March and April of 2020, but they're starting to sell well again. And the reason being is we're finding a lot of people initially went the inexpensive route and went with really thin pieces. Ours are a 1/4 inch thick. Most others are an eighth of an inch thick, which really are not very durable. So now we're seeing an uptick in business for this because many of the ones that people have had have not stood the test of time. So we have our Health Guard shields. We also offer them on wheels. We have a sitting version whereby the acrylic goes, I would say, mid-chest up, and then a standing shield that covers more of the body. We can bring the acrylic all the way down to the top of the bar if needed. And these have been being used quite a bit. Restaurants, offices, hair salons for the sitting version, and then for the standing versions, banks, school, in terms of nurses' stations, we've been selling quite a bit of those there. High pub tables as well. And then our award lab. As a reminder, this gives you the ability to design your own custom award directly from the homepage of our website. And these within catalog quantities of up to about 100 units, I want to say, are made in the USA. And just as a reminder, the way in which it works, you design, it's like Build-A-Bear, if you remember what Build-A-Bear is like. You decide what height you want your award to be and what shape, square or rectangle. Then you select your material. We've got American walnut and bamboo, both which are eco-friendly, stainless and ebony wood. And then you select your accent or the acrylic piece that you want to wrap around the award. You can choose someone's initials, a number for like a years of service, a star, a year, a metal band, or an acrylic faceplate. And so here we chose the number, and you select the color you want that number to be, and then you select a graphic and you add your personalization to it. So it's really a great option. It takes 3 minutes or less to design it, and we can produce it in about 3 weeks or less. And you could also do a custom wrap if you want. This is what we did for a Big Lot. They wanted their exclamation point to be added to the piece, as well as a band that we did and had 2019 on it. And this was actually for their peer-to-peer recognition program. And then also we did this for the distributor that has the National Auto Care product. It was a gift for those agencies who sold the most National Auto Care product. So they took our bamboo 11-inch tall rectangle, and we did a custom acrylic totem pole that we placed on it. And then we also did this 2.5-foot tall hand-carved totem pole that we just found out is a PPI Pyramid Gold Award winner. So very excited about that. But you can see how you can really customize these pieces to make them look unique. As a reminder, if you guys remember Cubed, Cubed is a really modern approach to recognition. You can do these really great magnetic attachments that sit on the cube. The cube has acrylic faceplate on the front and the back for logo, tagline, full color image. These are also made in the USA. The shapes that you see here include a print on the price. It doesn't show it with a print, but you can include a text on these shapes as well. And then brand new for us that we just launched in December of last year is our Holiday Cube. This is a really fun way to really boost morale in an office around holiday. Christmas, New Year's, you name it, happy holidays, and these are also made in the USA. And you can then do custom magnetic attachments, just a one-piece minimum to do custom magnetic attachments. And this is a case history that you might be familiar with. The W Hotel in Austin did this. Facebook opened up an office around the corner from the hotel, and they wanted to make sure the Facebook executives knew that they ever needed a hotel to think of the W. So what they did was they put an image of the hotel on the front faceplate. On the back faceplate, they put a map showing where the hotel was in relation to the Facebook office. And then they did the custom W logo and then some iconic Facebook emojis. And then we also have for the essential workers, the hero cubes. We have them for the healthcare workers, the grocery store workers, the fire, the police, and the teachers and professors. And again, made in the USA. Bent steel is something new for us, made in the USA. The years are the stock attachments, but we could also do custom, not attachment, I'm sorry, cutout. We could also do, if your client's logo lends itself to it, maybe it's BMW, maybe it's Audi, whatever it might be, that their letters lend themselves to it, we can do a custom option here. We can do Custom precision cut acrylic, whether it's one layer or multiple layers, up to 3 layers, and again, made in the USA. Our plaques, we have a ton of plaques that are made in the USA, and plaques really sell well, including perpetual plaques. They do very, very well, and it's probably the #1 type of award that is looked up. Whether it's on Google or on our website, plaques, they might not look sexy, but they sell really, really well, and they're so versatile. And then for Visions Extra, which is Visions promo line, our Tote Enable canvas flax that can take a full color dye sublimation, you can even bleed it, is made in the USA. And speaking of Visions, we have a new Q bottle. Q is a retail brand. We have our collapsible bottle, if you're familiar with that. And they just launched a new insulated bottle with this ergonomic shape with a soft touch exterior. It has a ceramic lining, so the taste is not altered. The taste of the beverage is not altered, and it's got this leak-proof twist lock bamboo cap, and that's where the client logo goes. And we have 3 colors to choose from. And then our teas are really trending up. We've seen a lot of requests for anything that can boost someone's immune system. We have different packaging options that contain different number of tea sachets, and we've got some upgraded packaging that we're launching for 2021 as well. And then when it comes to recognition and awards, you know, if you're not selling it, you really should be, because it's quite a big category. I think it's #6 now on the PPAI chart. Only 2 out of 10 distributors proactively sell the category, meaning they wake up in the morning and say, hey, you know, I'm going to go sell awards today, rather than waiting for their clients to come to them. The competitive landscape is minimal. Yet it happens to be the highest margin repeat annuity category in the entire industry. So if you want to maximize your revenue by having another category to sell, maximize your profitability, because in many instances, awards are a blind margin item. They can't be shopped, particularly custom, so you can really charge what you want for it. It's a great category to get into now. And again, like I mentioned, we are seeing a huge growth in the category because if your client doesn't have a budget for a Bluetooth speaker, they might have a budget to recognize employees. And when it comes to trying to convince your clients to have awards as part of their business plan, I think it's important to understand some of the stats that they should be aware of. And one of the most important stats is that if an employee is not recognized by their first year on the job, 65% of them are looking for a new one. And it's that lack of recognition, which is the #1 reason why somebody leaves. The good news is that 9 out of 10 companies do have a recognition program, but if your client is one that doesn't, or they do have it, but they're not doing it through you, I can help you get that business, and I will review that with you in a bit. But I have a lot of stats, more than you see here, that I'm happy to share with you. If you want them, feel free to reach out to me and I can get you that information. And I also think it's important to present to your clients how you can help their bottom line. Show them how you can be of value to them. Let them know stats that they might not be aware of, such as, you know, did you know I could help reduce your turnover by 50%? Did you know I could help generate 56% higher customer loyalty? Let them know about the tax benefits associated with recognition that they might not be aware of. So you're not saying, hey, buy awards from me, but here's how I can help your bottom line. And I think it's important to know how companies do use recognition. And one of the most used reasons why someone does recognition is for years of service. It's about 76% of companies want years of service recognition. And we can do some really great, even custom, fun ways to showcase recognition. You can see all of them here. And I also think it's important to know that most companies actually use an actual award versus a gift card or food or a gift certificate. And then when it comes to recognition, there are some key things that I think are important for you to do. And the most important thing is, do you have a recognition program? Ask your clients, how do you recognize your employees? I can't tell you how many times I've heard from distributors that they didn't get a recognition program from their end user because their client didn't recognize them for selling awards. They think awards come from the trophy shop. Or the distributor didn't tell their client that they are a great source for recognition. So unless you bring it up, nothing happens, except that the 2 out of the 10 distributors that did ask the question or made their client aware that they do offer recognition, they got the business. Present the stats I presented. Give your customers an award. It's a great way to open up the conversation about recognition. It reminds them you're a great resource for recognition. We'll give you a smoking hot deal on it. It's just a really nice way. And the way they feel when they get recognized is the way their employees are going to feel when they get recognized. I can do a recognition website for you at no charge. It's basically a link that you drop in your email signature, use it in your social media efforts. When your clients click on the link, they're taken to a huge awards website. It's all of Vision's product, including that Award Lab build your own technology, but with your logo on the homepage and your information in the contact tab. So it looks like you're in the recognition business, even if you're not. If your client needs an award, oh, here you can shop from my awards website. I'm happy to do that for you at no charge. And I like to use the word recognition as much as possible versus award, because with recognition, there's more opportunities for sale, because you can recognize someone for something every day, every minute, every month, whereas award is sometimes typically once, twice, 3 times a year. And if the person to whom you're selling promotional products to is not the person in the company that handles recognition, find out who is and make sure you let that person know you're a great resource. I have other tips as well that I can share with you. I have a document that I'm happy to go over. And I think it's also important to make awards easy. Some people think awards are difficult. They're not difficult. And one of the things to help make it easy is to come to us and with information that you can get from your client or that you happen to know. So when it comes to making an award, producing an award, it would help us to know what is your customer's image. Do they want something more modern? Do they want something more traditional? Do they recognize for years of service, for sales achievement, for safety, milestone? What is it? This information helps us come up with a great option for you. When are recognition presentations made? Is it once a year? Is it twice a year? If we know the dates, we can plan better. It avoids having to expedite things. We could also plan out a program for the year that has continuity to it, perhaps. So if we have the dates up front, we could better plan. What's the price? We really need to get a price because we can build anything based on budget. So rather than going back and forth, even if your client says they don't have a budget, or if you ask them what the budget is and you don't get the answer right away, rephrase it. We've had people say, my client doesn't have a budget. Well, would they spend $100? Oh gosh, no, they wouldn't spend $100. Okay, well that helps. So it has to be under $100. We really need to get a price so we're not going back and forth, and we can really narrow down the materials that we use and the look of the award. And then oftentimes, it's amazing what information is on your clients' websites. I go to sometimes to distributors' clients' websites just to get an idea, to have inspiration when it comes to designing an award. And if you go to the About Us section, you'll see what they're kind of all about. And I can't tell you how many times I've looked and asked a client, is your client into sustainability or eco? Oh, no, not really. But if you go to the About Us, they have a whole section on sustainability. So visiting a client's website for inspiration and information is important. And then finally, just some housekeeping things here. Reminder that AIA, you all get EQP pricing. It's a one-piece minimum with Visions products, not Visions Extra, the promo line, but Visions. Visions is all-in pricing, setup, personalizations, copy changes. We offer free fulfillment. So if your client needs an award, they don't know when they need it or where they need to go, that's fine. We can produce the awards for you, hold them, and send them out and decorate as needed. I can do that recognition website for you, the Custom Awards website. We do color renderings. Our Rush service, again, our rapid ship program, over 100 bestsellers we can turn in 72 hours without a rush. We've got great customer service to assist you. and then our sample policy for awards and our promo items as well. Here's my contact information. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to brainstorm on projects. I'm happy to help. Feel free. We can work on developing a recognition program for your clients. Any questions?
I feel like somebody needs to make an award for me. For no reason other than I just want an award because some of these are cool.
Well, if anybody thinks of any questions afterwards, feel free to email me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking your time today, Wendy. If you have a presentation deck you want to send to me, I can include that in our post that's on Workplace.
Okay, great. I will do that.
Awesome. Well,
thanks, guys.
Have a good day, everybody.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.